Good morning.
These are the two for Wilson.
Thank you. Get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have a little bit after 9 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and call the dockets. I'll ask for announcements from the attorneys. Anyone who's present who doesn't have an attorney, or if your attorney doesn't answer, please make sure I know you're here. We'll start in Lasa County, Mendez versus Goodyear.
Judge, that was being heard by Judge Reyes, but it's been dropped.
Okay. Western Funding versus Jessica Molina.
Good morning, Your Honor. Teresa Max Vasquez, present for the plaintiff.
Okay, and all right. Is this a post-answer default?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right.
We're ready to move forward.
Okay, ma'am, what I'm going to tell you is I have had a vast number of cases the last couple of weeks where right after somebody takes a default, the defendant, especially the pro se defendant, comes wandering in, says, I couldn't connect. I was in Judge Ellison's court. I forgot it was daylight savings time and thought I was early. I'm going to wait until 9:30. And if you want to go do something else for a while, that's great. I'll come back at 9:30 and we'll, if nothing else has changed, then we can go ahead and do it then, but I want to wait for a bit.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll hold for that.
All right. Ayala versus Steve Petula. Saw Mr. Spears.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm the actually respondent, Mr. Pena. I don't know if he's here or not, if there's someone on the other side, but it's just a DCO. And I just had a couple of objections to some of their dates, but if they're not here, I can just call and work it out with them.
Okay, if you want to try that, I'll mark you conferring, and he may have signed on to Judge Ellison's court. I don't know.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Okay. LaSalle Additions, Hernandez versus Stewart Trucking.
That case has been dropped, Judge.
Atascosa County, in the matter of the marriage of Gabriel and Judith Romero.
Your Honor, present, Your Honor. I don't see Judith anywhere on here.
Okay. Do you have your divorce decree finalized, proposed divorce decree?
Yes, sir. I turned it in already.
Okay, do
I
I
believe
have,
it might be in the queue too, Judge, is what Norma said earlier today.
Well, it's my document, right?
all right, I am having even more severe computer troubles. I've got a new computer ordered and parts ordered for my personal laptop, which is giving me trouble. I will see if I can get to Atascosa County.
All right, thank you.
Clerk's records. And was there another Atascosa docket that said addition? Is that just because it was here at the last minute, or?
I don't think I have anything, Judge. I didn't print anything.
That was the only one I
out.
saw.
Yes, this is it, Judge.
Okay, Wilson County, 18-4-285, in the interest of CRH and KGH children. I see Ms. Osborne is here.
I'm present, Judge. I think we
Mr.
probably
Rodriguez,
need
yes.
5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. Would it do any good to confer, first of all, in a breakout room?
I don't think so, Judge. It's pretty quick.
Okay. All right. I'll mark you down as 10 minutes. Wilson County Civil Ads, in re the marriage of Wesley Matthewson and Kayla Burnham.
Yes, Judge Monica Arriaga here on behalf of Mr. Wesley Matthewson, the petitioner in this case, and we have an agreed divorce. I have a final decree for prove up, Judge.
All right, I'll mark you number 1. All right, anyone else told to be here today, your case was not called? No, okay.
Your Honor, this is Adrian Spears. I talked to opposing counsel. We're going to agree on an order in order to come.
Okay, I will put reset on request, and I'm glad you got that worked out.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Mathewson, would you raise your right hand? And ask you to unmute also. Oh, I muted you. I'm sorry. I ask people to unmute because the button pops up and it helps them find it sometimes. All right, do you swear or affirm the testimony you may give in the matter now on trial will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Your name, please?
Wesley Ray Mathewson.
Okay. All right, go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you. Wesley, can you tell me if you're currently married to Kayla Burnham?
Yes,
And you currently serve in the armed forces, correct?
correct.
And at the time of filing of your divorce, was your domiciliary the state of Texas
Yes,
for the preceding 6 months prior to the filing?
yes,
And 90 days preceding the filing, was your main residence Wilson County?
yes,
And were you married to Kayla on or about September 10 of 2017?
yes,
Did you separate from Kayla on or about March 13 of 2020?
yes,
Has your marriage become insupportable due to discord or conflict that destroys all legitimate ends of the marriage?
yes,
And is there any reasonable expectation of a reconciliation?
no,
And were there any children born or adopted during the time of the marriage?
no,
Is Miss Burnham expecting any children at this time?
no,
And you and Miss Burnham entered into an agreement regarding the division of your marital estate, and have both of you electronically signed that document?
yes,
And do you believe that is a fair and equitable division of the community assets and debts?
yes,
And are you currently in bankruptcy proceedings?
no,
Is Ms. Burnham currently in bankruptcy proceedings to your knowledge?
no,
Are you asking the court to approve the final decree of divorce and grant your divorce?
yes.
Pass the witness, Judge.
And has the final decree been e-filed or?
Judge, I wasn't sure if you wanted it emailed to you or if you wanted it e-filed. I'll be happy to do either one.
Okay, I'm having enough trouble that I'm going to have to leave the meeting and reboot my computer. What I'm going to ask you to do is just go ahead and post it in chat. I'm going to make Ms. Riley the host at the court administrator's office, and just post it in chat. And whenever I come back, or actually just wait until I come back,
Okay.
if you would, and I will download it at that time and sign it, I hope. I'm actually going to be signing in on a different computer. So I'm going to leave the meeting at this time. I'll be back shortly. Actually, I shouldn't be back in that long because I'm going to sign in on a different computer while this one's rebooting.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, I'm back after a fashion. Ms. Arriaga, please just email that to the coordinator's office and I will attempt to sign it later today.
Okay, Judge.
All right. In the interest of CRH and KGH children,
Yes, Judge.
do I need to look at the documents that on the motion to compel or the whatever discovery we're talking about? I have the file here.
I think really, Judge, if you just look at the order on the motion to compel that was filed on it was signed on November 24th, 2020. It's pretty straightforward. This is my second motion to compel in this case. Respondent was ordered to produce documents responsive to production numbers 7, 8, and 9. Those were due on or before December 4th, 2020. I have never received any supplemental documents. So I'm asking for attorney's fees in the amount of $1,500 and another order to compel the production of those documents.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez.
Judge, and I apologize. I sent the documents, but I'm looking now. I sent it to I guess Lisa at Reuter Law, and
Okay. I'm not.
I can show the emails, Judge, where I sent these back in October, Judge.
Okay, and have you discussed that with Ms. Osborne? I'm
I
not
didn't realize she hadn't received them.
Okay, I'm well, okay,
She never told me she didn't receive anything.
okay. I'm making Ms. Riley the host again. I'm gonna ask her to put y'all in a breakout room and discuss this.
Yes, Judge.
Let me see if I can get into Atascosa County's district clerk records. Okay, Mr. Merrill, I'm asking you to unmute, or I'm not, because I'm not the host any longer.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You filed this on the 27th of January?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, are you alleging in your petition that you're the victim of family violence?
No, she was actually a victim. I was previously convicted of family violence. I just recently got out on the 26th. But I tried to get her to file. She never would file. So when I got out, I filed.
All right, sir. So do you have your proposed divorce decree?
Yes, sir. I gave it to the district clerk's office.
And I don't see the district clerk from Atascosa online. So I'm going to ask you to get in touch with, well, actually, Ms. Riley, was that forwarded to me on e-file or anything?
Let me double check. Norma told me about it this morning, so let me just make sure of that, Judge.
The reason I'm asking that, sir, is typically,
Yes, it's in your queue.
all right, let me go through and see if I can get a hold of your divorce decree on my other computer, because I'm having a lot of problems with my computer.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, the child support review order in your Attorney General's case, is that the latest, the last thing that was done in that case?
Yes, Your Honor, that case was in 2013.
Okay, but I understand you said you'd been incarcerated for a while. It's commonplace that the Attorney General goes in every few years and reviews it to see if the orders are still appropriate and to see if the amount of child support should be changed. So you're telling me that has not happened?
I haven't seen child support since 2013, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so you're asking to take a default judgment against your wife. There's two other documents that you will have to file. One is the certificate of last known address. The other is a military service affidavit. You saw we had I remember the Air Force in here earlier. Under federal law, you have to file an affidavit that says that your spouse is not in the military or that they are in the military. And if they are in the military, then I have to appoint an attorney to represent them before I can take a default. So has any of that happened?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so you're going to have to get one of those together. You also going to have to get a certificate of last known address. I don't know if you went to texaslawhelp.org or somewhere like that to get these forms, you'll be able to find those documents there.
So a certificate affidavit of,
A military service affidavit, it'll have different names.
okay. And then proof of address, last known address
Yes,
on behalf of me or her?
her. Because you're asking to take a default judgment against her.
Okay, because she was served to that address. How do
Okay. I'm just telling you what the requirements of the law are, sir.
So then the divorce won't be finalized today?
No, sir, I've got to tell you, I'm not. You have the divorce has to be on file by law for 60 days before it can be granted. Now, there is an exception. If there's been a previous family violence, I'm not comfortable in using that exception to close this off in less than 60 days when it's the respondent who was the victim of family violence. So I'm going to go ahead and since you don't have your paperwork completed today anyway, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and take care of those other two things. I want to talk to you about some other things also. The law in Texas presumes that every single item a married person owns is community property. It doesn't matter when you got it. It doesn't matter whose name is on it. The law presumes it's all community property. And if you do not spell out in the divorce decree who gets it, then the law presumes that the ex-husband and ex-wife still own that land, that property together, even though they're divorced. So if there are automobiles, a business anywhere, retirement from anywhere, cows, horses, tractors, anything like that, that either one of you own, it needs to be spelled out either that it is community property and that it's how it's being divided up, or that it is not community property and that it will not be. And that's why it's not being divided up. Okay, sir?
Okay.
Is there anything in your that needs to be added, do you think, your divorce decree or?
I mean, she has a vehicle that she has, but I mean, I don't want anything. I just want a divorce. I just want to get it over with and move on.
Okay, that's fine. And if you can get her to sign off on the divorce decree or appear on Zoom, I would go ahead and finalize this today. But in the absence of that, I want 60 days to run. And then you need to have those two documents so you can prove up the default.
Okay, so I guess once I get that, I just schedule another court date or?
Yes, and you can go ahead and schedule it for, next week is plenty. If there's anything available for next week, I don't know that.
Okay, Your Honor.
Because the 60 days will run by Monday or something like that.
April 5th would be available, Judge.
Okay, all right. Okay, your excuse, sir. And I'm trying to log into, and do you have an announcement on the Wilson County case, Ms. Osborne, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, Judge, we were able to work it out. So if we could just be excused.
Okay, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, on the LaSalle County. Trying to sign into the LaSalle District Clerk. All right, Mrs. Scava, on the LaSalle County case, can you tell me, is there a pro se answer on file?
No, sir, there's no answer.
Okay.
And they were served. Served on January the 7th.
Okay, and have you e-filed all of your default documents, ma'am?
I
Yes,
believe so.
are you, for me?
Yes. Oh, wait, you just connected. Okay, well, but you said there's nothing on file. I always like to check, but that's fine.
Everything should be on file, Your Honor. We have all of the required documents for the default, the affidavit of account, non-military affidavit, the Department of Defense report, and the affidavit of attorney for the attorney's fees requested in the default.
All right, let me go and look at LaSalle. All right, that has not made it to my LaSalle queue. Do you know
Okay.
where all those documents are?
I do have, I can tell you that I have a file stamp. Let me look at the date on here.
Okay, do you have copies of them in a PDF format?
Yes. Would you like me to email them to you?
No, why don't you post them to me in chat and let's see if I can make that work.
Okay. Let's see here. I can send you over the,
If you go to chat in my name, there should be, unless you're on an iPhone, there should be, you should be able to see a little icon that says file on the right-hand side.
oh, yes.
Just click on that and you can attach a file, a PDF file.
Okay, let me save it really quickly. Can you give me a couple minutes?
Go ahead.
Okay. Thanks.
And did we get, he said 4-5 on the Romero case? Ms. Riley?
Actually didn't confirm it, but I mean, I could set it on that date if you'd like me to.
Yeah, I'll put 4-5 and see if he shows up.
Okay.
And did Ms. Arriaga submit that judgment?
Yes, Judge, and I emailed that to you.
Okay. All right, I'm doing this one. I'm not trying to open, try not to open more than about 2 things at a time.
Okay, Your Honor, it should be going over. And this would be the motion for default along with all of the other required documents that I mentioned.
Okay,
It also has the charge off report and the only thing it doesn't have, but I believe that Ms. Riley confirmed that you received the return of service from the constable, from the deputy.
Judge, I believe that everything was filed together with the plaintiff's motion to enter default judgment.
okay. The only thing that's in my queue from LaSalle County are 3 tax cases that I haven't disposed of because I'm having computer disasters and I've been unable to log on to your records and check everything.
Did you receive the file I just sent, Your Honor?
I did. I'm looking at this.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'll take judicial notice of the contents of the district clerk's file, and without objection, I'll admit all of the exhibits into evidence
Thank you, Your Honor.
and grant the relief prayed for.
And just to confirm, Your Honor, we're looking for the amount of $11,314.79. Is that what you have?
Yes, I mean, that was,
Plus,
that was done last year.
yes, Your Honor, this was the case that held over, I believe, May of 2020 is when the file stamp reflects for this packet.
Or 2019, okay. I mean, that was not a big amount they got when they sold it, but she didn't come in and challenge anything, so that's fine. There have been occasions where somebody's financed, $7,000 and they come in and they want $12,000. And I've asked to see more details about where that number came from, but this is kind of at the extreme end of not getting a lot, but it's not unthinkable.
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right, give me just a moment.
Thank you.
And I will get this sent off to everyone.
That attachment for the chat is new for me today. The first time I've done it.
I didn't know about it until about August. I was asking an attorney from Houston, I think, to email me something, and he said, "Why don't I just post it in chat?" You can do that? And he said, "Yeah."
Oh, I like it.
Okay, so let me try and send this. All right, I just posted that to everyone. About 10% of the time, PDF files become corrupted when moving through the Zoom. So I'm gonna ask Ms. Esqueda, can you download that and make sure that you can open it up? Because it'll download correctly, but then you can't open them up sometimes.
I got it, Judge. I'm printing it right now.
All right. Okay, and that's great. All right. Anything else?
That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, you are excused. Have a good day.
Thank you.
And Ms. Riley, do we need to go over the dockets? Are they close, simple enough?
I think they're good. I don't think I have anything. Let me just double check it. Pretty easy one today. Yes, sir. Everything looks good.
All right, I've been getting texts from Lynn. Is he in court? Does he have a big court day?
I don't think he has too big of a day. I really haven't looked at the docket, honestly. He's got, no, he doesn't have too bad of a day. Do you want me to tell him to call you when he gets off the bench?
Yes, I'm just going nuts with this computer. Or two of them. I ordered a keyboard for my personal laptop because some of the keys on the left decided to go out this week, and I can't enter my name or my passwords with
Oh, no.
unless I go in and use ASCII commands to do it one at a time, which is a tremendous pain in the rear.
Mhm.
Okay, I will. I'll get this Mathewson thing done, and Wilson County is already gone. Okay, so we'll
Yes.
just go ahead and close the meeting. I'll get this Mathewson thing signed, and I will just send it off to Paula.
All right, sir.
All right.
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
And Judge, I did send you an email on that David Ortega's been calling about
Yeah,
that case.
I'll work on that.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Bye, Lachey. You got everything from me, Lachey, right? That you needed? Okay. All right. Have a great day.